Man United Declan Rice boost, Moyes slip-up and glaring obstacle to £150 million transfer. Manchester United may have been presented with the perfect opportunity to sign Declan Rice at the worst possible time in their recent history. If there were any doubts regarding Rice's standing as one of Europe's best midfield players, they have been permanently erased thanks to another stunning season for West Ham. While some of his England teammates have struggled to replicate their Euro 2020 standards for their club sides, Rice has arguably increased them even further. It's no surprise then that the 23-year-old is the first name on almost every United supporter's lips when it comes to potential summer transfer targets. Central midfield is arguably the area that incoming Erik ten Hag will need to address as his first priority. Paul Pogba and Nemanja Matic are both set to leave at the end of the season, while the McFred partnership of Scott McTominay and Brazilian midfielder Fred is one that should be consigned to a history book anyone of a United persuasion would leave gathering dust. Ten Hag will be tasked with arresting a slump which set in when Sir Alex Ferguson retired in 2013 and, bar a few temporary speed bumps, has rarely threatened to slow down since. Rice has the credentials to be the centerpiece of a new Manchester United team as they look to finally find a direction post-Ferguson. And 2022, on paper at least, looks an opportune time to pounce for the Hammers skipper. ESPN report that Manchester City are set to focus their attentions on Erling Haaland, Liverpool on cheaper alternatives and Chelsea on finding a new owner, and so from a Premier League point of view at least, the path appears a clear one. Have your say. What is Man United's top priority this summer? Let us know in the comments, but unfortunately for Old Trafford bosses, the opportunity has come about with United at their lowest ebb in a generation. Set to miss out on the Champions League and in danger of recording their lowest ever Premier League points tally, they aren't the most attractive proposition. That's a situation interim boss Ralf Rangnick, who will take on a consultancy role with a focus on recruitment this summer, has already alluded to. My personal opinion is that the club should try to find future top star players and develop them. It's not only identifying those players but meeting them, convincing them to join this club, even though we will not be playing in the Champions League. This is what I see as the most important bit. Again, also, with regard to top talented players for the academy, identifying those kinds of players. Another thing working against United in their current guise is their recent track record of players arriving and subsequently failing at the club. Rice can stand back on England duty and look at Harry Maguire, or Jadon Sancho, or Marcus Rashford, or Luke Shaw, and see just how far their stock has fallen in recent months. Donny van de Beek signed for United with a reputation similar to Rice as one of the most talented midfield players in Europe. Fast forward 2 years and the Dutchman is little more than a punchline, fighting for relevance and well out of the international picture. United are no longer a guarantee for success, either individually or collectively, with their last silverware coming back in 2017. He could yet end this season with a major European trophy and a place in the Champions League, two things both beyond the Red Devils. West Ham manager David Moyes has also confirmed that any suitor will have to pay north of £150 million, with bosses at the London Stadium willing to snub offers even if he doesn't agree to terms on a new deal. But after months of stubborn refusals, Moyes opened the tiniest glimmers of hope when he let slip about the true reality of football, having seen a similar situation play out when he was in charge at Everton. Is he irreplaceable? Well, I had to sell Wayne Rooney early when I was at Everton. I thought Wayne was irreplaceable, but what happens in football is you move on. Sometimes things like this do happen, but we've got no intention of letting that happen at this present time here at West Ham. Ten Hag may well have Rice at the top of his wish list, who could blame him? And while their Premier League foes may not be in a position to compete against them, United's biggest competition remains themselves. If getting a deal for Sancho over the line was difficult, a move for Rice is approaching mission impossible.